All right, Scorpio. I'm finally here for your reading. Finally. Let me cleanse the energy. I had to take a hot. I had to get something to eat. Excuse me. And after this, I'm going to do my spiritual cleansing shower. And I have to study. So this is going to be a full moon reading. The full moon in Capricorn, the buck moon. Buck, 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 buck. In the sign of Scorpio. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus, also north and south node. The full moon is about releasing, and especially in the moon, in the Capricorn sign, it definitely is about releasing karmic energies, karmic ties. Again, with depending on what you've been putting out there, is the energy you're going to be releasing or getting back. And when we release, we also open up the doors and let the universe know that we're waiting for new things to manifest. Okay, so with the full moon is about releasing. The new moon is about new things, bringing it in to manifest. Okay. There's also different cycles of the moon. In those different cycles of the moon, you can also do little rituals. You just got to look up what each cycle means. Bless you. And that's Kalia in the background. My booby dog. She's my booby. She's like the most loyal friend up in this house. So we're going to cleanse this with some Palo Santo. Just came back from doing Sagittarius reading. All right, so let's get the energy here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North and South Node. Scorpio, you're in the house. Got the Devil card as I flip or split the deck. Capricorn energy. Toxic, oh, there we go again, the Devil. Toxic energy, addictions, jealousy, trouble, codependency. Some of you guys could be fighting these issues, dealing with these issues, the Tower, Scorpio's energy, and dedication. Some of you guys could be working on yourself, knowing that, you got some kind of messed up energy. You might have had messed up energy in the foundation of your soul, which is your inner house, okay? You could be trying to focus on success and love or just loving on yourself finally, okay? I just heard that. Hi, Mugman. How you doing? Some of you guys are just focusing on your happiness. Could have Leo in your chart with the sun. As I split the deck for the final countdown. All right, let's get into the moon cards now. Let's shuffle those. So we got the Five of Cups. Some of you guys are, King of Cups, Five of Cups, missing somebody. You're missing what you once had. Okay, you may be realizing that this person was somebody that you really did love, but you kind of acted cold and distant and abrasive with your love, unattached. This could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, so this person is looking mighty fine, looking pretty good about themselves right now. Please remember also, we are in the pre-shadows of the Mercury retrograde, and I think Uranus has entered Gemini. Or it might be the other way around. Don't quote me on that. Okay. Let's get into the reading. I know that's right, Lynn. I love it. I love it. It's okay. Sometimes we have to grow alone before we can grow with anybody else, because we got to pour into our own cup, our own reservoir. All right, let's get any negative energies out of here. That's also the solar plexus bell. Thank you, ancestor spirit guides, archangels. Help me with this message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also, North and South Node. We ask you to protect the reader of any negativity, any evil eye. We're going to return that right back to sender tenfold. And again, thank you for this insight. Thank you for this foresight. Thank you for this gift. Please deliver the messages that Scorpio needs to see or need to hear right now. Thank you. All right. With the Sage of Swords, which is the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys are needing to speak your truth and nothing but the truth. Make sure you deliver facts there with the King of Swords about how you feel about a situation or person. You could have air in your chart, or you're dealing with an air sign. What does Scorpio need to be illuminated for or with at this time in this full moon energy? What needs to be illuminated, or what is being illuminated for Scorpio at this time? Come on, Spirit. I saw 8 of Cups. So some of you are emotionally detaching, walking away from somebody. 10 of Swords. Definitely could have been dealing with the air sign or air in your chart. You're dealing with a collapse, a betrayal. Yeah, at the bottom that you're missing someone. You're crying over spilled milk. You're grieving it right now. You're going through the grief process, okay, of a collapse of a connection, of a friendship, family, whatever it is, it's going to be different for everyone, okay? But with this 10 of Swords, it is an ending. It is a finale, okay? But again, you're realizing that's it. There's no more room in my back, so there cannot be no more swords. But with saying this, you also need time to heal from this collapse. This is very much screaming healing. You've been through a lot with the 10 of Swords. Could have been within the last 10 years, 10 months, 10 weeks. You've been through a lot. Looks like you've been through a lot of drama, a lot of betrayal. Things that was meant to break you, not break. Okay? You do not fold. You're a Scorpio. Number 7, Cancer's energy. You could have been dealing with the Cancer. You will rise. You will succeed. You will rise from this situation. Some of you guys could be moving. You also could be focusing on getting a new car, a new automobile. All right, I'm going to pull all the cards. Whoa. Yeah, this was a love matter, 2 of Cups. Somebody you could have thought that you was very openness with. But again, this is also about being your own 2 of Cups. Okay? Pouring into yourself, getting connected to your higher self, your higher power. Okay? We all have a higher self. And a lot of times they look at us like, what are you doing? Your higher self knows what you deserve. And whatever you went through, you did not deserve. It also could have been your karma for something you've done to someone else. Okay? So, but still, lo and behold, you need to take that lesson and release it up to the universe. Wow, as I said that, you got the Temperance card. It could have been a Sagittarius. Ace of Wands, you could be wanting or focusing on new. Somebody is inspiring you at this time. Could be a new job, a new lover. Okay, with that boom boom stick. What's at the top of the deck? Yeah. You have the keys and all the elements to manifest everything that you want. You are the magician, the co-pilot, the pilot, the owner of this life. You can manifest as above, so below, as within, so without. So you got to get yourself right. Get all the elements gathered together to manifest what you want to bring in. Call upon the universe and watch magic happen. But again, you have to be connected to yourself and your higher self. to get the things that inspire you. You have to go after them. You have to have action. Not just think about it, not just pray about it. God say he blesses the one that has his own two of wands. Again, as you have the inspiration, you have the now they have the initiation to go for what you want, to go for what you know. Put that quality energy into that manifestation. You have all the elements you need. Fire, water, earth, and fire, water, earth. I'm missing one. Why can't I'm just throwing a brain fart for real. All right, so the first card is what is being illuminated for Scorpio. Again, we have the collapse, the Ten of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini's energy. You could have that in your chart. So again, this is about a betrayal. What is finished? Because the 10 is it is an ending, okay? It is the final sword. There is no more area in your back for any more betrayals. But at least you know now. At least you know what's going on, what is being seen, not heard. You are very aware of what somebody is capable of. This also could be talking about you. You could realize that you were the collapse in somebody's soul spirit. You might have been the 10th sword in their back. Please take the energies as they resonate. Okay? So again, what is being illuminated is that it might be the end for you and this person to have anything successful. Because this definitely looking like a love situation. The Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, 1111, twin flame energy. You could have thought you were with a twin flame and realizing this person was false. The cycles that you are breaking is the Chariot, okay? Always thinking that basically you won the situation. You could have felt like hurting somebody made you superior, that you beat a situation, but you need to release that cycle. It is the number 7th card. So again, this is divinely guided to you by spirit. But after this betrayal, after this collapse, you will be successful moving forward. But this is also about action, moving forward, not staying in that betrayal ending energy. You will conquer and have success as you break through this cycle. Some of you guys might be moving, getting a new car, but you're moving on, you're moving forward, you're moving through this collapse, this betrayal with success. What can you shed to help you move forward? And that's the Two of Cups, the openness. Stop being so open with certain people. Start to use your discernment. Okay? Start to use your discernment. Start looking at people for what they show you the first time. Stop painting red flags yellow. Stop wanting to see the best in everybody and they give you the worst. Okay? Learning to move forward away from people again with the first betrayal. It looked like it might have taken you 10 times to be stabbed in the back by somebody. Or this is how somebody feels about you. But it doesn't matter. It's being illuminated to you right now at this time with this full moon. The cycles that you're needing to break, again with the Chariot, is about always thinking that you were successful with hurting somebody or somebody was successful with hurting you. Because the all-seeing eye sees everything. Everything also was divinely guided to happen for a reason. For us to learn certain lessons. Here with the number 3 card. What can I shed? No, this is the what can you shed. The number 4 card is what are you ready? What are you ready to embrace? Again, being alone Some people are some people are very afraid to be alone. This might have caused your collapse. You could have been very independent, codependent on other people's energy. That's why the devil card was showing. You have addictions to being right, to being love. Might be sex addictions, love addiction. We call that codependency. Be okay with moving forward. Be okay with movement, moving away from heartbreak, betrayal. Be okay with it. Realize you have to be open with yourself, your higher self. That Two of Cups starts with you, okay? That can be your higher self. But again, being open, that is what you need to shed. You might have been open with the wrong person because you were so bent on just having somebody, being with somebody. You might have felt the betrayal with somebody else, and because you wanted to get back at that person, you went started a new connection. You thought, oh, maybe this is what I need. No, you meant to have time alone. So you need to shed this Two of Cups right now and focus on that One of Cups, the Ace of Cups. You also need to focus on being alone. This is what you need to embrace. Being in the dark, being isolated, being unattached. So you can self-reflect within your soul of why certain things happen. Again, this guy is looking, he could have been dealing with a Virgo, a Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're all here. This gives you the time to self-reflect in the dark, about the darkness within, about your soul's journey, your soul's purpose. But this person is looking into the lantern. They're looking into the light, which is the Star card. Okay? You have the light within you, or you did have a light. So you need to soul reflect on what has happened. What did you contribute to the situation, if anything? Was it codependencies? Was it addiction? Was it the need to be right all the time? Was it the need to just move on instead of healing? Was it afraid of being alone? Did this person or situation provide something for you at that time that you could not provide for yourself? The Four of Wands is here about celebration. How can you find fulfillment? You need to celebrate the things that are good within your life right now. You guys could be under four walls. You could be in a home. Possibility after you heal a certain situation, you could truly come in touch with your true twin flame. You could be celebrating. That will give you fulfillment after you soul reflect, after you basically heal from this collapse. Get out of codependent energy, pour into your own cup. How can you express yourself more authentically, Scorpio? Again, with the Four of Swords, you need rest. You need to really think before you speak. Sagittarius energy. This was in Sagittarius. You need to really rest because you need healing from what you've been through. You're constantly in your mind and in your head. And you could have been in your head and your mind about an earth angel, a Sagittarius. Again, this is about pouring into your own cup, healing a certain situation. Somebody might have tested your waters. You might have tested somebody else's water. This is also about balance and healing. Healing. Taking the time to heal. Taking the rest, the respite to heal from this collapse before you move on forward onto another connection. So reflect about what happened. What lessons did you truly learn? What is your purpose? What was the purpose of this? Nothing ever happens for no reason. We don't take L's, we take lessons. So what was the soul lesson that you got out of this connection, out of this collapse? And start to celebrate life more. Don't take it as a loss, celebrate it. Celebrate this person getting out of your life. Celebrate this betrayal because it's teaching you something, whether you see it or not. Okay? It's teaching you how to get out of codependent energy, how to be more independent on yourself, how to be more self-reliant, inspired to go for what you want, not to focus on the past, focus on the future. All right, can we get clarifications for this full moon in Capricorn? For Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, north and south node. They said keep that there. All right. Let's get the collapse card, please, for Scorpio. Let's clarify this Ten of Swords. Again, some of you guys have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini in your chart. The King of Swords popped out on the Hermit. So this is about, again, about taking authority, taking, the chair to your throne, get into a position of authority. This also could be a court card. You could be dealing with authority figures. So you may need to self-reflect. Why did it have to go there? Why did it have to go to a certain point or a situation with whoever you've been dealing with? Again, with the Nine of Wands, you are a warrior. You are resilient. Okay? You could have been wanting to fight for something. And maybe that's why you got the Ten of Swords. But again, this is about not giving up the fight. Don't give up basically on what you want in life or in love. Wealth is here. Ace of Pentacles for the Chariot. So, whoa. Now, there we go, Scorpio. There you go. The Death card. There needed to be an ending to a certain situation. It could have been the Two of Cups. Could have been a connection that was built off of false. Okay? As you got the Temperance card to clarify the Temperance, there go Aquarius, okay? The Star card, what I say, the bottom of the deck, so many guys right now are feeling defeated. There was a lot of envy, jealousy, one-upping each other, okay? I hurt you, you hurt me. That's what, okay? And that led to nothing but heartbreak. Three of Swords, third-party energy. A lot of cheating, betrayal, slick stuff. You cheated, I'm a cheat. You hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. Okay, so again, where did this all lead you? Where did this all go? Okay, somebody wants to explore new options. This could be you. This could have been the person you've been dealing with. For some of you guys, it was the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This person probably was younger than you. You could have a child with this person. Exploring new options could have got you the child. The Sun could have Leo in your chart or dealt with the Leo. But you're focused on being happy. The sun will come out after all this darkness. Okay? Everything done in the dark will come out in the light. Best believe. Just got to give it time. You've been generous to certain people, certain energies, certain, with money, your energy, your time, your essence. Expect that generosity to be returned back to you. It just doesn't have to come from the other who you gave it to. Some of you guys could be seeing 10-10. You will have fulfillment in your finances. But again, you cannot give up. You cannot give up. You cannot stay in the energy of feeling defeated. Okay? You are a fixed sign. But again, like Aquarius, like Taurus, and like Leo, very resilient. That fixed sign works for us and against us. You are a warrior, not a resilient, not a wounded warrior, but a warrior. You will fight for what is right. You will fight through this situation. You also could be feeling very resilient of this betrayal. But again, like I said, don't be stubborn. Don't be that stubborn. Heal from a situation before you move forward. Right now, some of you guys are embracing your wealth. You're working hard on working hard. You're working through this pain with your money, with your finances. Did I do that? Has my mic been off all that time? Nobody's telling me that you can't hear me? Anybody there? Yeah, because it just went off again. All right, Scorpio. I'm sorry. I might have to wrap this up because I don't. Can you not hear me? You not hear? Can you hear me now? Did I just go the whole reading without nobody hearing me? All right, I'm gonna end this session. So I don't think people can hear me, and I don't want to do like that whole session like I did Taurus. So I will come back to complete Scorpio.